friends, welcome back to Moon Magic Spirit. My name is Meg and today I'm very excited to share with you a small business gift guide for the upcoming holiday season. Myself and Luna, hello my little girl. She is here to help assist in emotional support. I think that it is so important to support small businesses, especially around the holidays. So if you have somebody that is like a spiritual person in your life, or honestly, if you just want to buy some cool shit for yourself, this is the video for you. And I also have to shout myself out. If you go to my description bar, by the way, every single item that I mention in this video will be linked in the description bar so you can easily access it. You will also see a Koji link, which is basically like Linktree. It will show you where else you can connect with me on social media. But most importantly, down there is my website, MoonMagickSpirit.com, where you can book a tarot reading with me. I'm open for readings. It is also a great gift to give somebody a tarot reading, in my humble opinion. Also, I'm going to shout out my Instagram, Art by Meg B. I'll throw up some pictures here. I do have some cool astro paintings. I have like a whole moon series. So if you're interested in looking at some artwork, be sure to check out my Instagram page. But let's get into these other small businesses. Up first, we're gonna cover crystals because I love crystals. If you are a subscriber, you already know. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing and sticking around because we have fun over here on this channel. But the first shop I want to shout out is Pearl Gem Healing on Instagram. I really love the vibes of this crystal, of course, but she is a very finicky, very precious, fine crystal that whenever I move her, little bits and pieces flake off. It's just the nature of the stone. It's very, 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 very fragile, which is why I have to say I'm truly amazed when I received this in the mail that there weren't like little bits all in the packaging. Like, she packaged it so well. So that is like one thing that I love is the selection of crystals. The price point is really, really great. It's like not overpriced. I feel like sometimes it's hard to find crystal shops that don't outrageously overprice their crystals. So shout out to her. Shopping through Pearl Gem Healing also guarantees sustainably sourced stones, which is incredibly, incredibly important, especially as the crystal market has really blossomed and popularized over the last couple of years. Another crystal shop that I really, really love a lot that I've got some of my favorite pieces from is Tangerine Sons. Kaylin is the owner of that shop. She also runs an amazing Instagram page. Recently launched a Patreon that just sounds absolutely amazing in a community that I want to be a part of. Her vibes are just so, so good. She always goes on Instagram lives for her live crystal sales, and the vibes are just, it's just fun to go in there and catch a vibe even if you don't plan on purchasing anything. But again, she also guarantees sustainably sourced crystals, and one of my all-time favorite pieces that I've ever owned is this amethyst, Baja Amethyst wand that I purchased from her, and there are just so many gorgeous little rainbows in here. The studio lighting is not doing her justice, but I absolutely love this piece so much. She also intuitively picks crystals to send with your order free of charge, and she sent me this selenite, and I absolutely love this. I use this to cleanse and clear my divination tools, especially my tarot and oracle cards between readings. I also got this piece of trolleolite from her page. It is like more of a rare manifesting stone. So the quality of crystals are absolutely superb. The vibes are so great. Her husband will sit and meditate with the crystals and like set positive intentions into them before sending them. And you can just feel the energy. Like, this is like the most powerful crystal that I have in the sense of energy and frequency. Like, whenever I pick this up and use this, like, I can really truly feel it. So I just really love the vibes of the crystals that have come from her shop, and I definitely recommend her. If you're looking for jewelry, because I do love a good jewelry moment, some of this stuff was thrifted, but recently I got this piece from Buddha Blossom Jewelry. This is an aquamarine copper ring. It is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, so I will have a close-up of it right here. I definitely recommend that shop. That's, again, another local shop to me. Pearl Gem Healing, Buddha Blossom are both based in Arizona where I'm located, so I love to shout them out. She has some absolutely gorgeous jewelry pieces, so if that's more up your alley, be sure to check her out. And now we can make the switch over to cards. If you know somebody that is into tarot, wanting to learn tarot, or has just started studying tarot, I recommend this kind of deck. I think that this deck is really good. I do have like some slight criticism to it because I feel like it's really expensive for what it is. Came from the Etsy shop RowanAndElm, and like sometimes this deck is available on their shop, sometimes it isn't. But I do like the elements of this deck. So here you can see it's the classic Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I do have like a run through and like video going more in depth on this deck. They'll be linked up above and also down below. But what I like about this is that it comes with like a general theme, like a quote, and then here we have keywords, we have keyword reversals. But what I mostly like about this deck is the element and planetary placement. So here for the High Priestess, it's a water element card and the placement is the moon, which I really like because there's 78 cards in here. It's hard to keep track of everything. So for example, we have another major arcana. We have the Justice card, which is the element of air, in the sign it represents is Libra. So these cards are either going to represent different planets or different astrological signs. And this is extremely beneficial during readings because I always ask clients, what is your sign? What is the sun sign of the person that you're also asking about or that may be involved in this situation? So it's just an easy way to keep track of things without having to stop and look something up during a reading because it's just a lot of information to keep track of. This is also really great if you're somebody who posts on social media because you're going to have people that don't know anything about tarot, but if they can kind of familiarize themselves with some of the keywords of the card, like they feel like they get it a little bit more. So I really do like the elements of this card. This deck was $46, which I think is really expensive. I think it should be like half the price, but I understand that small businesses can't always have ideal price points because of the manufacturing costs that go into creating something, so I totally get that. I just think that the card stock isn't the best. It's kind of like flaking off on the back. I do like the design on the back though, it's really pretty. It is a larger deck, so it's kind of hard to shuffle, but that's like the tiniest little tweaks of I don't like about the physical aspect of the deck. However, when it comes to the astral elements of this deck and the spiritual elements of this deck, I absolutely love this. This is like my trauma-informed care deck. It is fantastic for that. The vibes are great with it. I really love working with this deck, but it's just the card stock that I don't like on it. And that's just it. I don't know. I want to be honest about something that I didn't like about it, that I kind of thought that the price was a little bit high based on the quality of the cardstock. That's just my minor little complaint. But moving on to oracle decks, I have two to recommend that are brand spanking new because sometimes it can be a little bit hard if you are shopping for the tarot lover in your life because you don't really know like what decks do they have, what don't they have, what do they like, what don't they like, what oracle decks do they have, what don't they have. These are brand new, so chances are they probably don't have these in their collection yet. This first deck is Visions in the Liminal Space by Vakara Whitner and Kaylee Christensen. I love this deck. The quality of this is so nice. This is like a soft touch box. It is so good. Oracle decks are different than tarot decks. They just have like specific messages designed to that deck, whereas when it comes to tarot, the Justice card is the Justice card no matter what deck you have, so to say, to sum it up. But they also come with little guidebooks. And here is the vibe of this deck if this is something that you're attracted to or something that you think like a vibe that someone in your life would like. I am going to have an interview with this deck because it is so freaking brand spanking new to me up on my channel soon, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see this deck in action. And the cardstock on here is such good quality. It is like almost not like vinyl. I know, like, I read the description of it. It's like cotton, like the cards are made out of cotton, and then it has like this really nice layering, protection layer on it. But I like this a lot, and this is what I mean, like, with the quality. Like, this deck was $46. This Oracle deck is $44, and the cardstock quality is so much better. It's just so easy to shuffle and work with, so I really like this a lot. And this came from the shop Everyday Magic. I will have them linked down below. They also have an Instagram account. And the next deck I don't physically have yet, but it's on its way. I didn't want to wait to put the video up, but I'm so excited for this. I'm also going to have a in-depth video on this Oracle deck, but my friend Sara Stasi creates her own Oracle decks, which how freaking awesome is that? And this one I'm super excited for because I love Alice in Wonderland, and she created like the perfect Alice in Wonderland themed Oracle deck. It's called Where Alice Went, a Wonderland Oracle, and I can't wait to have it in my hands. I absolutely love Sara. She is amazing. She is just such a kind soul. She's very intuitive. I ask her all the time questions about, you know, readings, or like what possibilities could be, or like what do you get from this spread, and she's always so kind and responsive, and I just really enjoyed the relationship that I have built with her. So if you're interested in that, I highly suggest it. This is perfect. If you know someone loves Alice in Wonderland, please check out these decks. I don't think that they have been released yet, but they're about to be released very, very soon. I think actually at the time I'm filming this video, they're going to be released in the next day or two. So coming very, very soon. I can't wait to get my hands on it. And she has other Oracle decks on her website, as I mentioned. Okay, so up next, it is the end of the year. People are looking at planners for next year. I have a recommendation for a planner, and it is not just your ordinary planner, okay? This thing is so freaking cool. I actually have the larger version, which is like the size of a book. Spoiler, this is a book I'm going to mention. But the full-size planner is like the size of a book. This is a pocket-sized one. This is just going to be easier for me to travel and like carry in my purse. But this is the Magic of I planner. Like I said, I had the one for this year. I also love their moon phase calendar. You can track your cycle on it. But what I love about this is that it's an astrological planner. So it has moon phases, optimum times, life guide, menstrual moon tracker, monthly moons, intentions, astro reference guide, weekly planner, and a spexitarian. It's a full cosmic guide to the entire year. It's a powerful tool for creating magic and living in alignment with nature and the cosmos. A year, a month, weekly planner combined with comprehensive astrological guide to all the moon movements, planetary placements, and aspects of 2022. It's just so pretty. This is a coral color. I'm obsessed with it. This is what the inside looks like. And it's very in-depth. Like, it's insane. Like, there's like a little incantation here. We have how to use this planner. Calendar features. It explains everything in extreme depth. You even have a birth chart, like a blank birth chart that you can fill out if you want to have easy reference when it comes to it. And here you have a whole entire reference guide to planets, houses, signs. So even if you're somebody that doesn't really know anything about astrology, or you have a budding astrologer, someone that's like into it, this has like a whole section of anything, like crash course, anything you need to know about astrological phrases. It's insane. The first 34 pages is just 34 pages of information on astrology in the moon and planets. Like, what planner does this? So here, let's take January for example. You have this lovely artwork. It has the different moons in January, the different transits that happen. And here it's more in depth of all the different transits and aspects and moon phases throughout the month. And then what I really like is that you have a section for monthly goals, your intentions for the month, and weekly goals as well, which I think is absolutely incredible. And here is what the actual planner looks like. So you definitely have room to write things, keep your reminders, and as you can see over to the side, it shows what phase the moon is going to be in. And it also has the different aspects of that day, which you can easily refer to in the first 34 pages. They also have different code words for like the vibe of the day as well, like right over here at the bottom of each day. So for example, we have Shadowy Deep, Stroke of Genius, Turns to Gold, Psychic Days, and at the start of the beginning, it gives you definition for each one of those themes. I mean, this is the most awesomely insane, in-depth planner I have ever come across. So if you have somebody that even has like an inkling of interest in astrology, I can't recommend this anymore. This is, again, Magic of I. They also have other products on their website as well. I'm just in love with this planner. And the last two things I want to talk about are two books. Here is This Is Your Destiny by Aliza Kelly, Using Astrology to Manifest Your Best Life. She wrote this book pre-pandemic, which is like funny how, you know, there are no coincidences. Tank is a phrase she coined that I say all the time. And manifesting is kind of really popular right now. So it's like a tank that she wrote this like 2 years ago, and it's like so relevant to what's going on. She has 9 different chapters, which are all different themes like identity, astrology and manifestation, money, getting intimate, the tough stuff, and each chapter has 2 manifestations that you can perform in this, and it's not like any big like ritualistic manifestation. A lot of it is just journaling, because manifesting is connecting the astral realm to the physical realm. But this book, I have just started it, but I love it so much. I've also been attending her book club sessions. It has just been amazing. So I think that this is just a fun book for anyone to have. Even if you don't know astrology, she talks about astrology in a way that somebody that knows nothing about it can understand it. And it's not such a heavy theme in the book, if that makes sense. But I absolutely am loving this book so far. And if you do have someone that's pretty into astrology, I have this book by Annabel Gat. I love her. I've taken several of her classes. She is amazing. This is a book called The Astrology of Sex and Love, a Modern Compatibility Guide. It's all about synastry astrology, which is, again, compatibility. And she just like walks you through each sign, basically has a chapter. So how does compatibility work? What sign should you date? Like a good introduction to it. She talks about the misconceptions, how compatibility works, and it's very in-depth. So again, if you're somebody that's into synastry astrology, compatibility, or into astrology at all, I really do recommend this book by her. This was such a long video, but I feel like I could go on and on about these small businesses and small business owners that I know on a somewhat personal level. And like Aliza Kelly, I've been following her for years. I'm part of the Constellation Club. She is like a mentor to me. I check her Instagram page out for sure. She posts some really fun content, and she's all about cultivating learning. So again, if you have someone that's really interested into astrology, you can look at someone like Aliza Kelly and maybe buy a couple months of a membership for the Constellation Club. It's $5 a month. Or, you know, look at Tangerine Sun's Patreon and be like, oh, is this something that someone I know might be interested in? Let me buy them 3 months of this level on the Patreon. So just fun ways to be creative with that. And like I said, again, tarot readings are always a really great present to give as well. So be sure to check out my website, my information as well, along with all the wonderful people that I mentioned in this video. At least go follow them on Instagram and follow me on Instagram as well. Let me know in the comments down below, what are some of your favorite small businesses to purchase from? I really look forward to your comments. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. I truly appreciate it. I really am passionate and excited about everyone that I mentioned in this video, so I hope that counts for something. But thank you for taking the time to hang out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.